LBC. Wave riders, out of the game, out of the game. Let's get it. It's the bottom hill. It's the bottom hill. Everybody terrified, the signal getting clear. It's the bottom hill. It's the bottom hill. Whole timeline, panic mode. Every cycle, every year. Diamond brains, diamond brains. Fear in the market, but we still remain. Knowledge is profit, knowledge is profit. Wave riders in the storm, still riding through the rain. Middle of the night, got the chart lit up. Everybody screaming that the whole thing cooked. Everybody bearers got the timeline shook. Then they wonder why the best setups never get took. Look, I've been watching all the cinnamon swing. 1 week, everybody bullish. Next week, everything changed. One headline got them thinking that the sky gon' cave. Same movie, every cycle, only different names. Meanwhile, I'm zoomed out, moon out, beach lights, purple on the skyline, late night street lights, wave riders locked in. Everything look right. Get the astronaut thinking while he stare at the price. Question mark, not a guarantee, not a prophecy, not a certainty, but the stretcher stacking like it's talking directly. And the fear get thick when opportunity peak. It's the bottom hill. It's the bottom hill. Everybody terrified, the signal getting clear. It's the bottom hill. It's the bottom hill. Whole timeline, panic mode. Every cycle, every year. Diamond brains, diamond brains. Fear in the market, but we still remain. Knowledge is profit, knowledge is profit. Wave riders in the storm, still riding through the rain. Hold up, lock your field, use a stop loss. Seen a lot of traders getting carried out soft. Seen a lot of moon boys acting like a boss. Till a little volatility wipe with a gloss. Now they vanish where they at, nobody know. Used to talk a big game when the market would blow. Now they quiet, now they hiding, now they moving real slow. Meanwhile, out of game, still floating with the flow. Whole squad riding, nobody panic. Everybody understand cycles don't move automatic. Every wave got a battle, every war got damage. Every chart got a story. If you know how to manage, look, support underneath the sphere, all around us. News getting louder, but the chart still grounded. Everybody looking down, wave rider looking out, because the best opportunities usually ain't crowded. All the gang, all the gang, floating through the field, we don't care what they say. All the gang, all the gang, knowledge is profit, every single day. Could be the bottom, could be another deal, could be one more sweep, before the whole thing flips. Could be a fake out, could be legit, that's why we trade probabilities and don't talk in absolute. See the moon, see the waves, see the city at night, see the fear, see the doubt, see the headlines on fire, but the confluence stacking in the zone looking right. So I'm watching, stay patient till the market decide. LBC, wave riders, diamond brain, all the game. Knowledge is profit. Is the bottom hill, we'll find out.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. It is Sunday, June 7th, 2026, at 10:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That means it is technically Monday in the trading world. We have begun a new week as of 2 hours ago, and we got a weekly SFP, swing failure pattern. What does that mean? Who knows? Who knows? But maybe, just maybe, it means we could reverse. We'll see. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Pretty chill weekend for me, myself, and I, and the fam. Thankfully, chill weekend for once. For once, we didn't have to go anywhere. I feel like we did something yesterday. You ever feel like that? Where did we go yesterday? Jeez. I don't even know. Maybe we didn't go anywhere. That's crazy, dude. I don't even remember what I did yesterday. It's probably because I woke up at like 7 a.m. and then went back to sleep around 7:30 and didn't wake up again until 10:30 because your boy don't get much sleep during the week, as you guys all know. So I was actually surprised I was able to go back to sleep so quickly, but my body was like, probably just like, no, it's time. It's time, bro. It's time. I was like, okay, fine. I give in this time. Yep. What did we do yesterday? I don't even know. No, we didn't do anything. No, we just chilled at the house. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, hey, how you doing? Good evening, everybody. Let's say good evening to the chat. Good evening, Alex and G, my boss, my queen, my god. Thank you for being here, and thank you for pinning that Discord link in the chat. I do greatly appreciate you for doing that each and every single night. We got Wix Wi-Fi on 89 in the house. How you doing? Much love, Wave Riders. Much love, much love. Alexo Crypto, what's going on, bro? How you doing? How you doing? Hope you and the fam are doing well. No more allergic outbreaks and stuff. Let's not have that. For the littles or anyone, what's going on? How you doing? Auto gang in the house. JR Prince, what's going on, bro? JR, J Rizzle, the Rizzler, Ninja Art of Crypto. Make sure you guys are subscribed to him and Alexo Crypto. If you're subscribed to me and not Alexo Crypto, that'd be very weird. What's going on? Trade Intuition, T.I. Joe in the house, Bingo and a Bango. How you doing, bro? We got Harpski in the house, throwing up the metal horns. How's it doing? How you doing? How you going? Where's it going? What are we doing? What's going on? What's going on? Army Piper in the house. I think I have seen an SFP before, perhaps on October 6th. Why is there an otter next to that surfing redneck? I didn't see any grad caps anywhere on that thumbnail. What? Why is there an otter next to that surfing redneck? I didn't. Oh. Bro. Do. Barbecue sauce. That's because you are part of the otter gang, sir. I could get I'll put a grad cap on there somewhere. Don't worry. You know I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Piper Academy. Ever since I created Diamond Brains, my Chat GPT just continues to write songs with Diamond Brains in it. It's pretty funny. I gotta be like, hey, stop. This is a different song. It says knowledge is profit and Diamond Brains all the time now, so it's pretty funny. It's a good thing they're not copyright written. Righted. What's going on, Rich Sainsbury? I don't know why that's so hard to say. Sir Nap Time. What's up, man? What's up? How you doing? I just came to holla at my boy. If I don't give you ish, it means I don't like you. Exactly. F you too, bro. All right, guys. So we got an SFP here on the weekly swing failure pattern. That is where you pierce below a major swing level and you close back above or below. Prime example is right here at the tippity top. We got an SFP, and then we came up and we swept that high again, and then October 10th happened, or 6th. 10-10? 10-10. October 10 happened. Yeah, because the 6th was the top. The 10th was the liquidation. The liquidation flush. So, could we see something somewhat similar? I think there's a possibility. We come down, we sweep the previous week low, and then see if we can get a nice bullish reversal. Why would we do this? Why? Get those shorts piled in, dog. Get those shorts piled in, and then short squeeze them uh, to the moon, or a quarter of the way to the moon. Thanks, Army. F some people. F everybody. FJR2. You guys are hilarious. Valid. I was just being an ice Canadian. An ice Canadian. Is that like your version of like you get rid of like immigrants and stuff? I don't know. All right, so the weekly, we've got the SFP here, SFP down. Here, SFP down. Here, SFP up. Here, SFP up. Do you see where I'm going here? Here, SFP down. Weekly SFPs are the bee's knees, so they're worth paying attention to. Whatever, something fees, if you got to sneeze, need to put some grease on my trees. I'm Andy Schmiller-Schmackes. All right, so I posted a video today saying the Bitcoin bottom is here. The Bitcoin bottom is here. No, it's here. No, it's here. Or is it here like as in now? As in right now? Or is it like here is like a location? See, I had to put a question mark at the end of the thumbnail because I didn't want to make it seem like I was saying the Bitcoin bottom is here, like it's here now. And, well, in a way it can be. In a way it can be. Not that the bottom is in, but that the bottoming process potentially has begun. And for the next 4 months, we could be within that bottoming process. And I think it might look something exactly like this. With that bottom locally could be in, we could get a bounce, and then a consolidation chop, maybe a nice little push, and then a rollover as such, giving us a beautiful 3 drives pattern that we can then rip apart to the upside. That would be the goal. Now, looking at the gold fractal chart, we can see that it looks like it might be a little bit ahead of time. However, if we just look at market structure alone of the fractal, we can see that it actually lining up pretty well as far as market structure goes. So you get the first sell-off and then consolidation. First sell-off, consolidation. Second sell-off, consolidation push. Second sell-off, consolidation push. Then a pretty nice steep liquidation. Nice steep liquidation. Barely recovers, kind of slow bleeds out, and then final capitulation. So potentially we get this a similar type of move. It's kind of a push up and then a slow grind down and then a final capitulation in Q4 of this year. And I think that might be my most likely scenario. Wario. Here's the 56K level, which is the value area low here. Value area low of Bitcoin since the ETF launch. So this right here is 70% of the, where 70% of the volume has taken place since the launch of the Bitcoin ETFs, spot ETFs. We have lost the point of control that could act as our resistance along the 50% retracement, and then roll over, or more like slow grind, and then roll over. And I think that's what, because that's what tends to shake out the last of the weak hands, is long, boring, sideways price action. It bores you so much, you think it's just never going to come back. boring is actually, at this point, 99% of people are numb to the capitulations, to the liquidations, to all of that stuff. The only thing that we haven't really had, well, I guess you could say this was a really long, boring process here, and that lasted a couple of months. But this is where it really gets tough for people. This is where it gets really tough for people. But seeing it come down again, man, Twitter is a hot mess right now. People, the permabulls are in shambles, trying to think of each and every freaking type of fake narrative they can come up with for why they were wrong. I'm serious, dude. I've seen so many different, like, well, 1010 broke Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been broke ever since 1010. This time is different. Bitcoin's not expanding in the middle of a Bitcoin or a business cycle expansion, even though it's done it every single time before. Therefore, something's wrong. Something's very, very wrong. No. Maybe it's just and you know, they try to pitch it as like everything else is moving to the upside. Everything else out there is pumping except for crypto. When in reality, it's only a handful of companies propping up the stock market. And it's, I don't know, predominantly AI. So it's just an AI trade, man. The question then becomes, can the stock market stay propped up enough to where people can take profits on the big companies and then rotate into mid caps and small caps in the stock market, and then rotate that into crypto after those go up, and you kind of have like a rotation thing going on. So you get, maybe the big companies can pump up and pull back and then start a retrace, and in this retrace is where we could see the mid caps go and some small caps, and essentially it acts like the crypto market except for stocks. But you start to get that capital rotation. But I mean, and that could be the case. So let's say we're pushing a little bit to the upside here. We're just kind of meandering along for July, and then, you know, we get our final capitulation in here in October. What is the stock market doing at this time? Good question. Who knows? He was jealous and wanted to brag. So what the scenario? What the scenario? I just heard LBC say he needs, what? Bro, an illegal shot his girlfriend. Okay, I'm not reading that. Hot dang, I see a trend. Yeah, what's the trend? They are buying all our fear up. Just join Piper Academy and donate Dynamic Piper DCA plan. I told people in my evergreen content today, in my whatever you call it, the Bitcoin update, to subscribe to Piper. Not only subscribe to Piper, but to become a member of the Piper Academy so that you can get access to the Piper plan. Man with the plan. I don't have to be wrong or right. My plan covers me at all angles. See, there you go. And it's true. So we shall see, guys. We shall see what we're going to do here. For all I know, it could go ahead and just dip, and we never come back to it. Maybe something like that. Maybe something very close to that. You know, there's many ways to bottom, okay? There's many ways to build out a bottom. You know? You could do something, I mean, it's not really Wyckoff. It's kind of close, but if anything, that was a spring. And then if we can get like a sign of strength, then we're talking maybe the bottom is in. But that would be like your wave 1, and then you would get your wave 2, which could be pretty deep. But then the wave 3 would be pretty massive, I think. If it ran up this high and then broke back down this low, I really think that the next move, maybe not this steep, but the next move would be pretty spectacular. You know, you're looking at something like this coming in there. So we'll see, because if we come up here and we just like take this high, we sweep that high, and we come back within the range, there's going to be a lot of people on the bear side talking about dead cat bounce, and they're going to be doing this, and they're going to do this dead cat bounce, which is not out of the realm of possibility. I gotta say that. I do put it on the lower odds for that to be the case, because this would mean that the Fourier cycles have definitely broken. So yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want the self-fulfilling prophecy. That's what I want, at least. The man with the plan, and his name isn't even Stan. In fact, it is Dan. No, it's not. It's Rick. Rick with the stick in his hand. I mean, that's a pretty obvious demand zone, right? Right? So I think I want to see if we start the week off and dip our toes into that and then get a nice bounce back. We'll see. If we can actually get some kind of peace deal, then that would probably, with Iran, that would probably send the markets a little bit higher, come up, clear that high, and then look for the ABC pullback or some kind of consolidation. Maybe even something not as steep like that one, but holding the high, holding this high. We hold that high, then we're looking pretty good. We're probably blasting off quicker than I would have expected, but I don't know about that. I don't know. I feel like, I wonder if the Clarity Act is ever going to get passed, because if it does, it might be looking good. I still think it's a sell the news event. Now, whether it is just a like temporary sell the news event or more mid to long term, I don't know. But stuff like that tends to be sell the news, especially if you're already pumping going into that vote. Bitcoin sitting at $63,056. Hovering around VWAP. Here, brighten that up. There we go. Actually, what is this? Is this the 50? I think this might be the 50. Yeah, it's a 50, 1 minute. Not 51. The 50, 1 minute chart. Or moving average. This is VWAP, so sitting below VWAP, sellers in control at the moment. Why do I have the 50 on here? Just been playing. I've been playing around with some moving averages. Just kind of seeing something. Want to see something. I've got the 200 up here. The 200 is actually pretty nice. If price breaks above both the 200 SMA and the VWAP, you look for the pullback to the VWAP or the 200 SMA, whichever one, and look for a continuation. And yeah, come up, break above both, pull back, and then get a push up. These could be pretty good for some scalps. Okay, some scalps. We like the scalps. add in some divergences in there, and you might be able to find you some quick scalps. Divergence. Wait for the push above, and then the pullback. You want to make sure it holds and doesn't fall through. So now you just wait. We already got the bullish divergence. Now we just got to wait for the next signal, which is a break above all of them and a pullback. Here, we can go long, take profit at this high, take profit at this high. Doesn't get there, so got to make sure you know what you're doing. Cut the trade early if you need to. So yeah, Scalp City. Already a month? Oh wow, that's crazy. Already a month. Do the not donate? Do the not donate? Huh? Do the not donate? I don't know what you're saying. So yeah, I've just been playing with these and just seeing if I can find something pretty simple. It's, you know, put together something with some rules, some simple rules. People need simplicity, so I am trying to give that to them. We've got the Bitcoin dominance. Let's go to the daily. Zoom out. Got to zoom out on this one. Got the big dump last week. Bitcoin dominance trying to recover a little bit. What is this? This is the 800 hour. The 800 hour. There it is. 800 hour. Yes, yes. Already a month. Shout out to Alexo Crypto. My homie. Oh man, no bullish divergence on the daily? Bummer. Oh well, I guess that means it can't go higher. Wrong. Sweep of the equal lows over here. Trying to get a bounce like I said. Yeah, we'll just see if it can. Let's go to the 4 hour, see what we're looking like here. Kind of flagging out. Shout out to my Canadians in the chat. Kind of flagging out. See if I can get a nice little push. That'd be very V-shapey. V-shapey recovery. Just boom. Maybe a little short squeeze action. How much short squeeze or short interest, open interest? I was looking at the charts, CoinGlass charts over the weekend. I think I looked yesterday. And I was kind of shocked. First of all, do you guys know how many billions of dollars were liquidated in the market last week? It was a lot. Like, a lot. But our open interest remained a bit elevated, surprisingly, even with the flush last week. You can see our open interest still remaining a little bit elevated as compared to all of this. I am on the daily, okay? There we go. I mean, if you just look at this as kind of like a midpoint here, you would almost be there. And during the bull run, we were more like below that midpoint. And we started pretty nice push above it, the highest we had been in 2 years, just about. And then again, and that was the top on the second one. And then again, big old push. And funny enough, so much open interest down here at the lows. And that's people building shorts. But what's interesting to me is just how little in liquidations, or at least in, there's not much of a decline here in our open interest. Could be because we're just, I don't even know, to be honest. I don't even know. But it's clearly longs that just continue to get opened up. Because the funding rate is green. Our cumulative volume delta is negative. Which is interesting. Is this also a delta? No, this is just basic. Aggregated futures bid and ask delta. It's pretty interesting. Delta is agreeing with the move. Delta's agreeing with the move. Pretty closely. You want to? I'd like to see some delta divergence, because that would really signal absorption. As you can see, like if you see like a big push down on your delta, but like your price was more like this instead of this, then you're talking about like absorption coming in, meaning buyers stepping in and absorbing all of those sells that you see on your negative delta. So for those that don't know, your delta is basically an inside view of the volume within a candle, and it tells you the difference between buyers and sellers within that candle. So if it's positive delta, there were more buyers than sellers, or the buy volume was bigger, and then the opposite if the delta is negative, there were more sellers than buyers. So the fact that you're pushing lower, but like your negative delta or your delta looks like this, or rather, your delta looks like this, but your price looks like this, where it's just kind of like little red candles instead of big, that's kind of telling you, hey, the sellers, there's a lot of them, but they're not pushing price lower. Therefore, buyers or a buyer must be stepping in and taking care of those orders and fulfilling those orders and then some in order to hold price up. Yep. Yeah, so what's going on, everybody? How you doing? We're halfway through. If you wouldn't mind going ahead and smashing up that like if you haven't already, sharing out the stream to your friends and family, and that one crackhead down at the corner store. I greatly appreciate it. Let's take a look at ETH. ETH sitting at $1,680. I mean, it's pretty much going to be the same. Just really wanting to see a little bit of a short squeeze in here, and I think we could get it. I mean, we have a bunch of equal highs up here that looks like they could. They look like they want to get tapped. They look like they want to get swept. So they're looking pretty juicy to me. The question is the low in, or do we have to come down for another low? It would be great if Bitcoin went down and hit another low and Ethereum held, because then we would have an SMT divergence between the two pairs, and then we could see we got a W pattern between the both of them, and we can see them come up and take all of those juicy highs. And then from there, we'll see what we want to do. Will Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of just go sideways for a while and then come back down and then flush? I'm on the 4 hours. That's why it's not taking up. You know, you're just tagging that 8 hour or 800 hour till you finally get another flush. Where in the world? I am still in July. My goodness. Where are we? Man, how crazy would that be? Oh, there's October 26th. I don't know any crackheads. Would a drunk be okay? Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes. You can definitely share my channel to any drunks because I want to be motivation or at least inspiration for them to stop drinking. If I can. People can live their lives however they wish. Of course, I'm not going to tell you how to live yours. I'm just going to tell you how great it is to not drink. Man, that would also be the quarterly open over here. Last week, we did see Ethereum and Bitcoin take out their previous quarter low. So now it's about reclaiming that and then coming up to the quarterly open. Let's go back over to Bitcoin because I want to see where we're at on that one too. Yeah, so you see we get the sweep of the previous quarter low and we have the quarterly open up here at about 68,197. Where's that ETH quarterly open? All the way up at 21, essentially 2103, $2,103. And we've got, again, Bitcoin at 68. How many? 246? No. We'll just say 68,200. Yeah, but we have all these. These are the juicy highs for Bitcoin. Previous week high, that's also a good target. 74,262. I've seen a lot of bulls posting about how, you know, we get back above 75K. We're golden and all this. I don't know. But there's your quarterly open. If it was to rip like Ethereum, then I think it would at least have to come up here for these highs. And with a chance of it coming up here for the previous quarter midpoint and the current cycle midpoint and the previous month midpoint. All stacked up in here. We got previous week monthly open and previous month low right here. And so, yeah. So we've got levels on levels, aka resistance above us. But those would be areas where I would be looking for both as, or be using for both as targets and potential short entries if reversal patterns and signals emerge at those levels. That's what I would like to see. Total 3. Is there a total 3 ES? Yes, total 3 ES. Total 3 excluding stablecoins. Love to see it. Forget about the stablecoins. Let's go zoom on out to the weekly. This just looks like hot garbage. Hot garbage. No SFP here on the weekly. That's why I think a nice push down for Bitcoin would also help us get a push down here on the crypto index, on the altcoin index, if you will, if you would. This does exclude Ethereum. But if we can get a nice little sweep there, that'd be pretty sweet. Get another SFP here on something else other than Bitcoin. We did get one here on crypto total market cap. This is total 2. Let's see if we get it without stables. Yes, so we got an SFP with on the total 2. So this does include Ethereum. Push down, clear the lows out, close back above. Typically, guys, that's like a super bullish signal. And a weekly SFP is a super bullish signal. Go to your charts if you don't believe me. It's typically a super bullish signal. Could the bottom be in? Sure. Why not? Of course. But like I said, we can go sideways for some time, okay? We can go sideways for quite some time. This could turn into a giant inverse head and shoulders. And funny enough, like where I drew this out, you're looking at October in here. Perfect time to bottom for Bitcoin, yeah? We'll see. Is it IPO week? Or is that next week? We got Anthropic, SpaceX, OpenAI, all about to IPO. We're seeing capital flight in the NASDAQ going into it. Now, look. I don't know the NASDAQ comes all the way down here, okay? It's pretty steep. It's pretty steep from the high to here. I mean, that's a 29% correction, okay? I don't know that it's going to do this. I think it will at least come down here and test this. Test the 26,461 level and see if it can hold it. See if it can hold it. See if it can maybe bounce a little bit and then start pushing back to the upside, holding the trend here. The trend de Ragua. Wait, something else. And yeah, just hold the trend and see if it can continue to push. Funny enough, this is October right here. This is the start of October. Nice little correction in here. And then get back going. October. Bottom for Bitcoin. Bottom for stock market correction, which is also a breakout bull flag back test, which is kind of bullish. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The Russell 2000 looking like, look at that flat highs here. Look at them pushing higher here. That's kind of a, it's not a technical bearish divergence, but I mean, come on. It's pretty flat here, and this is pretty steep here. I'd say they don't really agree with each other all that much, because this is saying you're pushing higher, but the momentum ain't there, dog. You're pushing higher, but the strength is kind of not giving you that extra push that you need. But yeah, definitely in potential correction territory this week. Will give us an answer on that, I believe. This looks like a wave 2 bounce and a massive 5-wave move down from 82K. Oh, we're back to Bitcoin. Okay. You said this looks like a wave 2 bounce and a massive 5-wave move down from 82K. Are we talking about this? Because I pointed this out a while ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or are we talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? But you said looks like a wave 2 bounce and a massive 5-wave move down. Wave 2 bounce. So what time frame? Talking about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Somewhere along those lines. I mean, we are anticipating coming down a little lower. So wouldn't exactly surprise me seeing that. And you do tend to get 5-wave crashing structures when you are wrapping up a big move down. It's kind of what it's kind of what we're getting here. So, but a wave 2 bounce, I'd have to see a chart. And this kind of looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4 can't come back into the territory of wave 1, so that's already invalidated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push up. And then you get a correction. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then an ABC. And then continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue higher and higher. Yeah, we'll just have to see how Donald decides to manipulate the markets. Okay, because the whole reason we got that big push right there is because the algorithmic trading bots were like, told Israel to stand down, pump, pump, just out of nowhere. Because of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was really looking for a 5 for a push up here. This is going to end with a giant move down. How much more gianter can we get? How much more gianter can we get? You can always go lower. It's much easier to go lower than it is higher. Why? Because buyers will keep buying the lower you go. Buyers like Army Piper and myself. USDT dominance got the breakout. And of course, we saw the down move last week. Now this is kind of what I'm looking for Bitcoin, except on the opposite end, which is the 3 drives pattern. 1, 2, 3. So that's what I'm looking for here. And it'll be the opposite on Bitcoin. And if we get that, then you build up those lows. They're just so juicy. They'll want to get ripped apart. I do believe. Where's my October? Here's my October. So yeah, I mean, the scenario outlined on Bitcoin, it also plays so well right here with USDT dominance as well, which is why I think we get it. And really, it's going to be the 1, 2, and then 3, like that. And then I think that's it. I think we're done. I think we're done. Come up. We already took the equal highs, right? No, we didn't. We sweep the equal highs, and then we run it down for the lows. And in this, my friends, that is bull run time. That's bull run time. So that's it, man. I don't see any reason not to. I don't see why it couldn't happen that way. Just need to wait for Peter. I mean, other than it literally not doing it. Just need to wait for Peter Schiff to say this is not the bottom. Bitcoin can go much lower. Oh, he's already been saying that, dog. Elliott Wave really puts this structure together really well. October is when I'll be buying massively. Do you use BitTunix to trade? I was thinking about going back over to BitTunix, but right now I am on Blowfin. I might go back over to BitTunix. I don't know though. I love the ease of access. The reason why, or the ease of use, there was something about the way that BitTunix's user interface is that I just really didn't care for. Like, I'm not really sure. I don't remember what it was because it's been so long since I used it. It's been several months. But it was enough of a headache for me to go back over to Blowfin, but I might go back over to BitTunix. I don't know. I'll check it out. I really like Blowfin right now too because they've got a lot of tokenized stocks on there, and I'm really trying to I'm trying to find exchanges that have the tokenized stocks because I really want to do I really want to trade stocks without having to deal with Webull and stock market rules and stuff. Other than I just want to be able to trade it, man. Like, that's all. Just let me trade it. God. Does Blowfin have the trading bots? I really like BitTunix trading bots. It does have trading bots. Yes. It has trading bots. I don't really use them though. I used them once. And it was just kind of like meh, but it was also not a whole lot of money. So yeah. I just wanted to see how it worked because that's why I didn't put a lot of money into it because I was just like, let's just see how this works first. It was very up and down. So I don't know. Just gotta find the bot that works for you. I just think the stock market is overheated, so I'm uncomfortable buying stocks. The stock market? I don't believe the stock market is overheated. I believe 10 to 20 stocks are overheated. Because I don't think the overall breadth in the market has opened up. We can actually take a look at breadth. Well, you go to your indicators and go to advanced decline ratio. Advanced decline ratio or advanced decline. Maybe it wasn't ratio. Which one is it? I mean, this is pretty good too, but let's get rid of that. Was it the other one? Advanced decline line? It's not quite it. Bars? We got bars. Advance decline. 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 Ratio. I like it to be very volume breadth ratio. I like it to be very up down, like up down, not like this. I want it to be like on off, like this, closer to this. So what this indicates is essentially your breadth in the market. Now breadth means, and we've spent months at all-time highs though. Who's we? Apple, Amazon, Google, Meta, Microsoft, Nvidia, um, and like a handful of others. The breadth in the market hasn't really opened up. The breadth is the number of participants in the move. If the stock market is booming, but it's also booming because Nvidia has been booming. It's the largest stock in the world. Apple has been booming. Amazon has had a nice push. Google has been crushing it. Meta, sideways, not so much. Microsoft, pretty sideways, honestly. Uh, Nvidia, we did that one. Tesla I mean, it's been a nice little accumulation in here. We'll see if they want to sell off so they can buy some of their own stocks, but this could start looking a little nice in here. But if we go to, let's go to stocks. We got some stocks in here. XLE, not too shabby. Energy, of course. I mean, when you have things like energy and tech, that's pretty much the stock market. Energy, tech, and like healthcare. You got a little bit, let's see, Microsoft. I mean, since 2024, I mean, it's still within the same range since 2024. Hasn't really been pumping all that much. Eli Lilly getting a little bit of a move here, finally. Avgo, Broadcom getting a little bit of sell off. This could see more sell off here in Broadcom. Target just down. Target is down. Van X Semiconductor, of course, semiconductors. Costco, sideways, down, limp. Of course, Micron, just absolutely killing it. And that's the thing. It's going to be the stocks, of course, that are on freaking, BTCC. Cat. It's like they pick ones that were only going to be winners. Wheaton Precious Metals, down. That's just a random one. And my uncle told me about, kind of down here. Really need to go to Screener. Balloon Dog on Bitcoin. Oh boy. I know you're an Alex O Crypto guy. Nico Greg. Shout out to you, bro. Stock Screeners. I have a stock portfolio and I'm up 20%. You don't think this is a good time to sell? Oh, I didn't say this wasn't a good time to sell, but that's your portfolio is your business. And I don't know what all you got in there. I do not know what all you got in there. Change percentage, change descending. Is that what I want? Ascending. Oh my goodness, 99.99%. Look at all of these companies being liquidated. Look at all of them. Look at them. What is this change percentage of since when? Since when? What's my time frame here? All stocks for when? It's not all time. It's just top 100. What is this? But look at all the red. Look at all the red. Minus 20. Minus 19. Minus 18. Minus 17. Minus 16. All of the red. All of the red. Come on. Where's the green? Where's the green? So much red. I mean, we just came off of a red week, but that's not the point. Point is, the number of stocks that are actually moving to the upside, it's mostly AI. It's mostly AI. Infrastructure for AI, the tech. And yeah, I think we just had like a little bit of a hardware run. Maybe next we'll have a software run, and we'll see. What if China creates a cheap and efficient AI model? What if they do? That doesn't mean it will have access to U.S. capital, and they kind of need it. Kind of helps. Balloon dog on Bitcoin. Let's go down to the 3. Yeah. Forget how Alex draws this, but it's like, it's the thing. Balloon dog. Right? Something like that. Pretty close. Close enough. It's more like a balloon horse. A balloon goat. Ba ba ba. We'll see. Trying to hold the high. It's doing it so far, so I do think we can see some continuation this week, but I'm still cautious about running these lows real quick before getting the true reversal. So let's keep that in mind. We do have the previous weekly low below us and a demand zone at 58K. So yeah, just be prepared. Don't be scared. Be prepared. One other chart to go over. Anchored VWAP. So I placed anchored VWAPs at the bear market bottoms of Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin went on that run, it would come back and it would bottom at that anchored VWAP. It's done it once, twice this cycle. We came back for it because of COVID, but you can see we came all the way back down after the top here, all the way down to that anchored VWAP, and we did the same here. And right now that is where we sit. If I go ahead and I turn on an SMA, we got the 200 weekly SMA sitting there as well. We're trying to hold that up. And also let's put this on the 300. Whoops. Because I want to show you guys this too. 300. Actually, do I already have the EMA? Yeah, I do. Cancel. There we go. Keep that like that. EMAs. Okay. So in the 300 is this line right here. Magenta. I don't know what we call it. Is that magenta? I don't know. But you can see we've came very close to it here. I mean, this is when it started. And we came down to it here, came down to it here. So we've actually come down at least very close to or even crossed briefly below the 300 weekly SMA. Bottom, bottom, bottom. And that currently sits at 53. Oh, wait, it moved up. I forgot the week closed. $54,094 and sitting right there at the lower end of the golden pocket. Lots of confluence here. We also have the 100, 200 weekly. Oh, yeah, the 200 weekly SMA. So we have the 200. So what's the blue one then? Oh, the 52. Oh, it's just 52. Okay. Supposed to be 52 week. You're throwing me off here. There we go. 52 week. That was the 52 month. So you can see we are very close to that 300 weekly SMA, still below the 50 and the 100, sitting on top of the 200. Now, every time we've gotten across here on the from the 50 over the 100, it has been right at or near the bottom. And right here, bottom was already in. Right here, in the middle of the bottoming phase. So, and we see that 200, or sorry, the 50 slipping lower as the 200 kind of evens out here. We could see that cross around here, which means we are pretty close to a bottom if we are to continue to follow that. Why am I on the monthly chart? No wonder. So yeah, this is our October right here. So I think we could see a bullish move maybe up to it and then roll over and then go. A little bit of a megaphone pattern type deal, which is also a 3 drives pattern. This one might come up short. Anyways, that's a lot of slop, a lot of spaghetti. A lot of mom's spaghetti. Get it again. 1, 2, 3, and then rip. I'd be cool with that. That's also a some type of wedge, maybe. Broadening wedge. That'd be super cool. I'd be down with that. If China creates a cheap and efficient AI model, I mean, they'd have to get people to adopt it. That's the thing. And the only way for them to do something cheap and efficient is to have the chips. And right now, we have the chips. They also need the silicon from Taiwan. So they got to take over Taiwan first. Then, in order to get the ceramic or the like bowl, what they need to make the silicon, I think it's to make the silicon, but they need the quartz, and we have quartz. We have that quartz here. It's 99% pure, the purest in the world, over there in North Carolina. And someone once said, "Well, yeah, but they're owned by foreign investors." Mofo, it's in the United States, and we have Donald Trump as president, which means, of course, he's going to make a deal to get rid of it. Who knows? But yeah, so be up on your P's and Q's this week, guys. It could be a little wild one. Could be a wild one. We'll see. See if we get a little bit more down move in the stock market, which if we do, we could see that sweep of that previous week low. Go ahead and take a look at the calendar real quick. See what we got coming up this week. Wednesday, we have core CPI coming in at 7:30 a.m. That's my time, so 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So maybe some movement on Wednesday as far as movement with economic data goes. Shout out to our scalpers. Thursday, same time, 8:30 a.m. We have core PPI and our weekly unemployment claims. We got core PPI, and this is a big one. This is going to be our change in price of finished goods, aka inflation. But this is excluding food and energy. So we get to see, you know, we're getting rid of energy. That's one of the biggest things contributing to inflation right now. So what we want to see what it looks like removing that, and see if we're getting inflation in other areas. Previous came in at 1%. This is month over month. We are forecasted at 0.5% for this one, probably because that other 0.5% is going towards the higher gas and just energy prices in general. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah. So Friday we got preliminary U of M consumer sentiment and inflation expectations at 10 a.m. So not too heavy on the econ data, but Wednesday and Thursday could definitely bring some volatility to the charts, to the markets, and it is up to us as traders to take advantage of that volatility. We're gonna, oh, excuse me, my goodness. We are going to listen to Moon Boy versus Doom Boy on our way out. If you enjoyed this content and you are new here, subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed it, just like it, please. And yeah, go watch my update video from this morning if you don't mind. Tell me what you like about it, what you didn't like about it. I want to put out more evergreen content. I want to at least do the type of video that I did this morning at least once a week, and you know, really want to start just getting more of my thoughts and my theories and ideas out there, and just having fun with that and seeing what holds and what doesn't. I'll give my own personal probabilities on everything, but I also don't leave out other potential scenarios. And I think this can help others, helps me engaging how much risk I need to be taking at different levels based on what we are getting and based on the ideas that we had leading into them. So we'll see. Well, that's the story of tonight's stream, is we'll see. All right, guys. Thank you all. Please hit the like button on your way out. Smash the sub if you're new, and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I create new content when I go live. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. It is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell because I am saying I'm DCAing, like I'm starting to DCA now. That's totally up to you if you want to do that. But yeah, I can't help you on that. I'm not allowed to. I'm sorry. So yeah. Yeah, join Discord. Link is in the description. It is free. Join the Alex O Crypto Discord. It is not free, but it is definitely worth the money. Join the Piper Academy Discord as well. Become an alumni. Get you access for $5 to the Piper plan, the best dynamic DCA spot plan out there. And that's, follow me on X at Lunar Beaches, and that's going to be it, guys. I thank you all for joining me this evening. I do greatly appreciate it. I will see you all back here tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll do it all again. I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Mad love. God bless. Peace out. Bye.
Man, I'm sick of hearing doomers tell me Bitcoin's finished. Every dip another crisis, every wick another gimmick. Every post another thread about the system and the limits. Like we didn't hear the same thing every cycle, every minute. You was calling for a crash at 30, 40, 50, 60. Then we doubled, then we tripled. Now you acting like you missed me. Talking macro, talking debt, talking metrics, getting risky. Funny how the fear gets louder every time the chart gets iffy. You don't trade, you just wait. You don't buy, you just hate. You don't see a set of building, you just celebrate the pain. Everybody's an economist when candles start to fall. Everybody got a model till the market breaks it all. Everybody saying it's time different every single cycle call. Then they FOMO back at highs and act like they were there through all. And I'm tired of hearing institutions ain't accumulating, while the biggest wallet's growing and the builder's still creating. While the weekends keep unfolding and the patient keep on waiting. You call it blind conviction, I call it observation. Observation. Nah, I think you call it confirmation. Yeah, every bounce another celebration. Every red day an invitation. You sound exactly like the people that got wrecked before. Every cycle got a moon boy screaming by a little more. You keep talking about adoption, you keep talking about the floor. You keep talking about institutions like they never hit the door. You don't see risk, you see discounts. You don't see cracks, you see fake outs. You don't see caution, you see paper hands. You don't see reasons, you just make plans. And every time somebody questions you, it's FUD again. Every warning gets ignored until the market punches in. Then the same people that was bragging start adjusting what they meant, talking about they always knew correction was a likely event. Come on, I ain't bearish cause I'm scared, I ain't bearish cause I'm weak. I'm bearish cause I watched this thing destroy people for weeks. Watch them mortgage every dollar, watch them leverage every peak. Watch them turn conviction into something closer to a creed. Okay. Maybe sometimes I get stubborn. Maybe sometimes I get cynical. Maybe fear creates opportunity. Maybe fear can be legitimate too. Maybe bottoms form when nobody wants them. Maybe some bottoms ain't bottoms. Maybe we're both seeing pieces. Maybe we're both missing pieces. So what's the answer? There isn't one. Then what's the edge? Risk management, that's it. That's it. Cause the market don't care who's right. It only cares who's left.